So you're thinking about buying new construction in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, but you don't know where to begin. Well, in this video, we're going to highlight everything you need to know, things you need to avoid, and things to consider when buying new construction. So stick around because at the end, we're going to share a tip that's going to save you thousands of dollars in new construction. So stick around, we're going to jump right in. The first thing to consider when going the new construction route is that all builders are not created equal. And there's a good reason for that, especially when you're looking at price points. There are builders that are custom, high-end builders with a higher price point, semi-custom, which give you a range of options that you can customize to a certain degree. And then there are builders that literally you purchase exactly what they have laid out and it's going to get built exactly the way that they're showing you and that it's going to be portrayed. So you have those options, and those price points obviously are going to be less when you have less options. And then on the other side is a lot of times you're going to see price points that range from expensive to on the lower end, and a lot of times those prices do align with the quality build that you're going to get. Now there's building codes and requirements that all builders in North Carolina need to adhere to when building a home, and that includes inspections, passing different levels of inspections and the codes that are required. But some builders can find ways to do it at a less price versus a higher end that does things in a different way. And we're not going to discuss specific builders in this video, but the price and the type of home and the expectations along the way absolutely line up with the different builders and the quality that they put into their homes. So that's why it's important to discuss those different builders with a realtor, someone that can help you through the process as well. And a super quick intermission, if you are looking for all things South Charlotte or looking to relocate to the Charlotte area, you've come to the right place. I'm Steve Jarrell with the Longleaf Group, and I love helping people just like you every single day. That's what this channel is for, keeping you up to date. And if you'd like to know as things get shared on our channel, make sure to like and subscribe below so you'll be the first to know as we release new content all the time. So make sure to reach out as well below. All of our information is there. So with all that said, let's jump back in and start sharing some more information about new construction in Charlotte. So moving right along to things to really keep an eye on with new construction. As I was mentioning earlier, there are quality builders, and there's different tiers of the builders and the quality that they bring to their homes. And the three levels of the customization options you have are really those specifications are the custom homes, semi-custom, and then the spec homes or speculative homes that are really built to the builder's requirements, and you're really buying it exactly as it is. Those are the three things to look at, and with those three things, as earlier I mentioned, those price points align pretty well with what you're expecting and the number of customization options you have. So if you really want to have your fingerprints on every piece of the build, the floor plan, the types of tile, and the backsplash, all of those things, you're really going to want to go more than likely the custom route as opposed to the spec home obviously route. But the semi-custom, a lot of clients are very surprised how much options they do have with those semi-custom. You have a variety of options, but they're really limited within a number of options that are available from that specific builder. So you want to make sure you partner with a great builder that is aligned to what your desire is for the type of home, the type of lot that it's being built on. Obviously, you want to make sure that it's a great fit for community, the lot size that you have. So whether it's a single-story home or a two-story home, you want to make sure the home is a great fit for that lot. So that's why you really need to know between the customization of a custom home versus the spec home, and then right in between that semi-custom home. So in setting our expectations for the timelines of new construction, you really have to look at what kind of home are you building. If it's a totally customized home, you could be looking at anywhere from 12 months to 18 months. And then on the other side, a spec home that's already been laid out, They know exactly what is being built. It could already be constructed and sitting there ready for you to buy, or it could be anywhere from 3 to 6 months from the time of breaking ground. It really just depends on other homes that are in the queue to be built. And then in between there, obviously the semi-custom homes, 6, 9 months, really depends, but it is going to be in between that long process of a custom home where your fingerprints are all over it. But it's really important working with a realtor, a specialist that's representing you, helping you along the way, understanding where that timeline is, what needs to be constructed, and inspecting along the way. But looking at those timelines, you really have to prepare that it's not going to be, especially on the custom side, right away, or even in a very short term that's going to be ready, because there are quite a few stages along the way. And the more custom, the longer it takes. Our next consideration for new construction homes is on the selling side. And if you need to sell your existing home before buying, it's really important to lay out that strategy now or as soon as possible, because most builders require that your home, if you need to sell it, is sold, not under contract, when going or under contract for your new construction home. There are some that do allow while under contract, but that's definitely the minority versus the majority of having that sold. So it's really important to partner, with an agent to help you understand where that process is with selling your home and what the timeline is for the new construction home, because as we mentioned, selling can be a quick process or it can take a little bit. And as an option is to sell your home, rent in order to purchase your new construction home. But a lot of variables, depending on the seller or on the builder, are going to be important to know so you can make a very smooth transaction in buying your new construction home. And depending on if it's custom or if it's semi-custom or a spec home, understanding those timelines as well. But if you need to sell your home, it's time to plan and get that plan in place. The next piece, which is critical, is understanding that representation matters for you as a new construction buyer. A lot of times you'll hear, it doesn't matter, you're buying a new construction home, you don't need an agent to represent you. Well, the reality is buyer representation, even for new construction homes, is critical. The reality is the sales rep for new construction is representing that builder and that builder alone. And you need to have your own representation, and that includes everything from working with you to understand that this is the right fit, timelines, inspections that are needing to be done along the way, not just the builder's inspector. You also need your own third-party inspection that can help along the way, which is really the next critical thing that a lot of buyers don't realize, is that inspections are also super important for your own benefit. Every time we do inspections, there's always something that comes up that people don't realize, that even new construction homes have things that need to be looked at further, and that includes pre-drywall, depending on when you are purchasing your new construction. If it's from the ground up, pre-drywall inspections, making sure everything's as it should be, to the level of building requirements that you're looking for, as well as up to code and then some. And then post drywall, or the after everything's set up, electrical, mechanicals, and inspection there as well, beyond just what the builder is doing on their side as well, and what the building code and everything. You want to have that further inspection. So having that representation for yourself, and that is representing you and your needs alone, as opposed to the seller representing you and their client. Very important and a critical part of buying new construction. So let's talk about our tip for ways to save money in buying new construction. And that is, when it comes to upgrades, think and look strategically, because those upgrades are almost always priced higher at a margin for the builder. And there are things that you can do on your own after closing to save tremendous amount of money, whether it's some of the fixtures, some of the other upgrades, the paint. There are different things that you can save quite a bit of money that you can do after the fact, and it's important to know those, that whether they're being priced accurately or they're being upsold at a premium for the builder. That's a nice tip that you can save some money at closing and beyond with your new home. Well, thank you for joining us. I hope that this overview of buying new construction in North Carolina and South Carolina is helpful to you. If you have any questions at all, want to walk through the new build process, I would love to help. All of our information is below. I'm Steve Gerald with the Longleaf Group, and we love helping people just like you, so make sure to reach out. And with all that said, until next time, we'll see you then.